Millions of years ago, the world was a ruthless land where survival was a constant struggle to stay alive. This prehistoric valley was home to legendary creatures, including a giant python that roamed the dark, muddy swamp regions. The air was thick with the scent of damp earth and rotting vegetation, a heavy reminder of the radioactive soil beneath. A colossal snake had established its dominance, swimming quietly beneath the murky waters of the valley, feared by all. A great primate felt a sudden movement near the edge of the lake, sensing the presence of a rival predator. The jungle silence was incredibly deep, with even the songs of the birds having stopped completely in the stillness. The water surface exploded like a massive earthquake as the giant python emerged vertically from the depths like a missile. Utilizing its camouflage skin, the giant serpent launched a fast strike, hitting the rival before it appeared in the clearing. The snake wrapped its steel coils around the rival's chest, initiating a phase of highly dangerous constriction and suffocation. Lethal constriction began as every passing moment squeezed vital oxygen out of the powerful animal structure, weakening its grip. The struggle reached its absolute peak as the giant primate demonstrated its immense natural survival instinct and determination. He lifted a sharp piece of volcanic obsidian from the swamp mud using his brilliant tactical mind and quick thinking. The primate plunged the sharp rock with force into the nerve cluster behind the massive serpent's brain, delivering a fatal blow. A wave of intense agony surged through the snake's body, shaking the entire swamp with immense force and power. Using environmental elements and heavy blows, the primate forced the giant serpent to loosen its deadly grip and release its hold. This encounter transformed into a savage battle between raw animal power and the core instincts of survival against the odds. He smashed the serpent's head against the granite wall repeatedly to break the enemy's lethal hold permanently and seal its fate. The legends of the Basin of Broken Crowns will forever echo the day the Titan defeated the monster in a battle of supremacy. The giant python's muscular body went completely limp and released all tension in the muck, defeated and exhausted from the fight. The primate forced the defeated predator to sink forever into the darkest depths of the ancient marsh, where it would remain forever. The victor emerges from the mud weary from wounds, but standing with the firm resolve of victory and a newfound strength. Standing tall on a high rock under the setting sun, his presence announces a supreme primal triumph and a new era of dominance. Their roar announces that no matter how terrifying the enemy, primal determination can defeat any absolute death or danger that comes its way. The legends of the Basin of Broken Crowns will forever echo the day the Titan defeated the monster in a battle of raw power and strength. Radioactive mud settles once again into the swamp as the valley returns to its dark, quiet state, and the cycle of life continues. Life in the jungle slowly resumes as smaller creatures witness the aftermath of the Titan's savage war and the cycle of life and death. These jagged stone crowns have witnessed the fall of a great terror and the rise of victors in a world of primal struggle and survival. Scavengers descend from the heights to participate in the final chapter of this epic and deadly struggle for dominance and survival. Relics of the battle are slowly buried by the sands of time, becoming part of Earth's history and a reminder of the Titan's great struggle. Tranquility returns to the basin, but the memory of the dangerous hunt will echo forever in time and be passed down through generations. The ultimate monarch stands firm, declaring that absolute dominance over the Basin of Broken Crowns belongs to him and his kingdom. The landscape of the Valley of Whispers is forever changed by the sheer violence of this confrontation and the Titan's great struggle. Even the strongest kings must tend to their wounds after surviving a lethal encounter with a monster and the dangers of the wild. As dawn approaches, the predator's memory fades, and the sun honors the victors of the final battle in a new era of peace and tranquility. Nature adapts quickly to violence, using the scars of the past as a foundation for the future and a reminder of the Titan's great struggle. The waters are still once again hiding the memory of the giant predator that lived there earlier and the cycle of life and death. Even in the site of destruction, new life begins to bloom, fueled by the radioactive soil's power and a new era of growth and renewal. Walking through the ferns, the ruler re-establishes his daily patrol of the land he successfully defended today and maintains his dominance over the kingdom. Standing tall, the ancient trees endure the passing of seasons and the violent wars of the Titans, a testament to their strength and resilience. The forest is alive with movement as the cycle of life continues under watchful eyes of nature and the cycle of birth and death. At night, the marsh reveals its eerie beauty, masking the violence that occurred beneath the silver moon and the cycle of life and death. Steam rises from the cooling earth as the heat of the battle dissipates into darkening night air and the cycle of life and death continues. The jungle canopy hides many secrets, but the story of the hunt will always be told here in the heart of the prehistoric world. Small life forms emerge once again to claim their place in the cycle of life and death, a reminder of the Titan's great struggle and the cycle of life and death. Even the strongest kings must tend to their domain after surviving a lethal encounter with a monster and the dangers of the wild. The moon watches over a kingdom that has successfully defended itself against the greatest of ancient terrors and the cycle of life and death. With the arrival of dawn, the king prepares to patrol his vast territory once again with authority and maintain his dominance over the kingdom. The river remains a source of life for all creatures who call this mysterious prehistoric basin home and the cycle of life and death. The waterfall provides a moment of reflection for the ruler who has survived another day of combat and the dangers of the wild. A king sees more than just a survivor in the reflection, he sees the weight of duty and the responsibilities that come with being a ruler. Light returns to the land, revealing the true scale of the prehistoric world where only the strongest survive and the cycle of life and death continues. Nature's small workers begin the task of reclaiming the site where two massive prehistoric titans fought and the cycle of life and death continues. One final look at the valley confirms that the king's dominance remains absolute and his reign secure, a testament to his strength and resilience. The clearing mist reveals a world of beauty and danger where the laws of nature are enforced and the cycle of life and death continues. Life is resilient as new growth begins to cover the scars of battle in the radioactive soil and the cycle of life and death continues. Even the most fearsome predators are part of a delicate balance that sustains life in ancient world and the cycle of life and death continues. Light returns to the land, revealing the true scale of the prehistoric world where only the strongest survive and the cycle of life and death continues. Tranquility returns to the basin, but the memory of the dangerous battle will echo forever in time and the cycle of life and death continues. Tranquility returns to the basin, but the memory of the dangerous hunt will echo forever in time and be passed down through generations. The legends of the Basin of Broken Crowns will forever echo the day the king stood firm and his kingdom was forever changed by the Titan's great struggle.